I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. Hot and dry weather continues through Thursday with a strong ridge of high pressure that sprawls all the way from Florida up to the northern plains. Near record highs in the upper 90s to the mid 100s, and the humidity make it feel like it's mostly 100 to 110. Eastern areas will see heat index readings between 110 and 120. Just ahead of a low pressure trough today, some southwest wind gusts up to 25 have been offsetting the effects of the heat with some drier air in western and central areas. Critical fire weather conditions remain in place through this evening over far southwest Nebraska, the northwest corner of Kansas, and northeast Colorado, where southwest winds gust up to around 45. The heat wave breaks with a cold front on Thursday night. Chances for spotty thunderstorms return Thursday evening through Sunday. Gusty northeast winds accompany highs that drop into the mid-80s to the 90s on Friday. The weekend even cooler with highs in the upper 70s to the mid-80s. Daytime highs bounce back to the mid-80s to around 90 for early next week. The long-term forecast predicting warmer than normal temperatures to continue for Nebraska and Kansas Sunday through Labor Day during the last week of August and the early days of September. Central Nebraska's daytime highs are usually in the low 80s with average overnight lows in the mid to upper 50s. Nebraska and Kansas rainfall for Sunday through September 4th predicted to be slightly below normal in most areas, near normal for far western areas. Key weather factors the markets are watching include more hot and dry weather for the central U.S. and early rain in central Brazil. Dry weather prevails the next 5 days from the southern plains into the Tennessee and Ohio valleys. Any Midwestern rain is light, aside from some heavier rain in the Great Lakes region. A significant late-season heat wave accompanies the mostly dry weather across the nation's midsection. Cooler air overspreads the northern Corn Belt for Friday and the southern Corn Belt on Saturday. Extreme heat persists, though, across the south. For the plains and Midwest, the chance of some rain later in the week could be helpful for corn and soybeans in the filling stage. The northern plains see heat return for early next week, creating mixed conditions for filling corn and soybeans. Potential rain in the northern plains could delay the wheat harvest. Tropical Storm Harold is forecast to move across southern Texas later today, resulting in 3 to 5 inch rainfall. Western U.S. rainfall diminishes as the remnants of Hillary move farther north towards the Canadian prairies. The remnants of Hillary bringing occasional rain through Friday, a hindrance to small grain and oilseed quality and harvest, but a benefit to the corn and soybeans in eastern areas as well as the forages. Southern Brazil's rains are delaying the second crop corn harvest. Later this week, occasional rain is forecast in central Brazil, well in advance of the normal wet season, and soybean planting, a benefit after a long dry season. Argentina has seen some rain, but not enough to reverse the drought of last season. Cold temperatures follow more rain in Argentina, with frost likely later this week and weekend, possibly damaging to more advanced wheat. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.